right. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
Historical origins of the language. The Algonquin language family. At one time, long ago, our language, and in fact people, were one nation that over many hundreds of years broke apart and formed separate tribes. Today, if you look at these tribes, there are still similarities in our beliefs and traditions. Also, there are some similarities in our languages, especially the structure. Over the years, our languages have continued to change, so many words are much different today. These tribes, which come from the Algonquin language family, are quite numerous and include Shawnee, Kickapoo, Sac and Fox, Menominee, Abenaki, Delaware, Odawa, Ojibwa, Cree, Blackfoot, Cheyenne, and Miami, as well as other tribes on the East Coast, and even a few believed to be Algonquin in origin as far away as California. Historical origins of our language. The tribes which are closest to our own language are Ojibwa, or Chippewa, and Odawa, or Ottawa. It is believed, and we have stories, that at one time the Potawatomi, Ojibwa, and Odawa were one nation speaking a common language. In fact, the similarities of our languages support this belief. The language comes from one of 22 language families in the United States, the Algonquin language families, or the Algic language family. Other languages from this family have similarities in vocabulary and structure. Some other languages are Sac and Fox, Kickapoo, Ojibwa, Odawa, Menominee, and Shawnee. But perhaps the closest is Odawa, followed by Ojibwa. There's also evidence that we had close relations with the Sac and Fox and Kickapoo tribes after our initial split. There are words within our language which are believed to have been borrowed from the French. Within the citizen Potawatomi, you still see many of those French surnames, so this is definitely believable. Ojibwa, Odawa, and Potawatomi. If you look up here, in Ojibwa they often say Anishinaabe. In Odawa, Anishinaabe. In Potawatomi, Nishnaabe. Often it's the difference of an extra vowel. The Ojibwas call us vowel droppers. Sac and Fox word similarities, and you'll have to excuse me, I do not speak Fox, so I'm going to say these as well. I'm only going to say the Potawatomi version, but you can see in Fox that the words are very close. Squaw, squaw, kadauze, kadauze, shock, shock, goat, goat, and aspen, aspen. Same for these Kickapoo words. In Potawatomi we say amo, amo, yabe, yabe, and ndon, ndon, my mouth, ndon. Some possible words which have French origin are bonjour, hello, and they say bonjour in French. Bien means to come, and bien is the verb to come in French. Though some people say that our word bonjour comes from French, others would say that it comes from Nana Bojo or Wayna Bojo, the trickster, one of our cultural heroes, if you will. But it's kind of up for you to decide. A deeper understanding of who we are as a people. As you continue to learn our language, you'll have a unique window into the past. Through our language, you will undoubtedly learn a lot about our culture and what it meant and continues to mean to be Potawatomi. Our language is considered animate or alive because it is considered spiritual in nature. So the actual act of speaking the language is a spiritual act and will help connect you to your ancestors. Yo.
Yo, it's the end. All right. Do you have any questions about that? All right. Move on to the next one. Next one is going to be animacy and inanimacy. I got to remember to stop sharing, share again. That way everybody else can kind of see. So go to I guess that one. Start sharing again.
Did you compare some charts for that thing?
Oh,
Like a little three.
the Cole, they are in a different link, I think. I think I might have gave them the wrong one. No sounds. Oh, and that's when you're saying there's 20 people in. Huh. Well, yep, there was 3 links. Because I'm in the right one that we have labeled. There's a high school course, and then there's a forgot what the other one he has, but there's like 3 Zooms set up for classes. Here, we can go ahead and pause real quick. Yes.
Regarding what we just went over, the historical origins, language
Yes, sir.
seems as documentation indicating that mitochondrial DNA evidence indicates that Potawatomi may have lived in the northeastern part of Siberia. Is there any indication that in language areas that might take back to that area?
In the northeast part of the country,
Siberia?
Siberia, that far back. I'll that's going to be it's going to go with the one of the Ask Kenomaget questions. We'll on questions that we can't answer, like right now, we'll bring them to him, and we'll discuss them, and we'll try to get back to you, whoever. But that is I'm gonna write that down, however, that way I don't forget. And yeah, we'll definitely get back to you. And what was your name, sir?
Monroe Jeffrey?
Monroe Jeffrey. Are you are you a Wilmette?
Wilmette and Trimble?
Okay, yeah, you're a cousin of mine. Yes, sir. Right. Did you send him? Oh, you sending him over to this one? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and wait.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What do our folders say?
Our folders say at the front of it.
Yeah.
So that's the language, Bodewad Mi'kmaq, and the Mount Justnoan. That's a gathering, the gathering that happened in 2016. So like the big Potawatomi gathering that happened. We had these folders left over like as notepads. We just decided to kind of like, if y'all didn't have a notebook, to kind of give them out to y'all. And yeah, that's what it means.
Thank you.
Problem.
These are nice folders, thank you for sharing.
No problem. Let's see how many people we got in this. Oh, we got 19 now. Oh, that bumped up now. No, there's all these folks. Since are y'all yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and redo that. Sorry for just so they can watch that video again. Here, let's see. Historical origins.
Historical origins of the language. The Algonquin language family. At one time, long ago, our language, and in fact people, were one nation that over many hundreds of years broke apart and formed separate tribes. Today, if you look at these tribes, there are still similarities in our beliefs and traditions. Also, there are some similarities in our languages, especially the structure. Over the years, our languages have continued to change, so many words are much different today. These tribes, which come from the Algonquin language family, are quite numerous and include Shawnee, Kickapoo, Sac and Fox, Menominee,
Yeah, for the Zoom folks, they were in the wrong Zoom.
Delaware, Odawa, Ojibwa, Cree, Blackfoot, Cheyenne, and Miami, as well as other tribes on the East Coast, and even a few believed to be Algonquin in origin as far away as California. Historical origins of our language. The tribes which are closest to our own language are Ojibwa or Chippewa and Odawa or Ottawa. It is believed, and we have stories, that at one time the Potawatomi, Ojibwa, and Odawa were one nation speaking a common language. In fact, the similarities of our languages support this belief. The language comes from one of 22 language families in the United States, the Algonquian language families, or the Algic language family. Other languages from this family have similarities in vocabulary and structure. Some other languages are Sac and Fox, Kickapoo, Ojibwa, Odawa, Menominee, and Shawnee. But perhaps the closest is Odawa, followed by Ojibwa. There's also evidence that we had close relations with the Sac and Fox and Kickapoo tribes after our initial split. There are words within our language which are believed to have been borrowed from the French. Within the citizen Potawatomi, you still see many of those French surnames, so this is definitely believable. Ojibwa, Odawa, and Potawatomi. If you look up here, Ojibwa, in Ojibwa they often say Anishinaabe. In Odawa, Anishinaabe. In Potawatomi, Nishnaabe. Often it's the difference of an extra vowel. The Ojibwas call us vowel droppers. Sac and Fox word similarities, and you'll have to excuse me, I do not speak Fox, so I'm going to say these as well. I'm only going to say the Potawatomi version, but you can see in Fox that the words are very close. Squaw, squaw, kadauze, kadauze, shock, shock, goat, goat, and aspen, aspen. Same for these Kickapoo words. In Potawatomi we say amo, amo, yabe, yabe, and ndon, ndon, my mouth, ndon. Some possible words which have French origin are bonjour, hello, and they say bonjour in French. Bien means to come, and bien is the verb to come in French. Though some people say that our word bonjour comes from French, others would say that it comes from Nana Bojo or Wayna Bojo, the trickster, one of our cultural heroes, if you will. But it's kind of up for you to decide. A deeper understanding of who we are as a people. As you continue to learn our language, you'll have a unique window into the past. Through our language, you will undoubtedly learn a lot about our culture and what it meant and continues to mean to be Potawatomi. Our language is considered animate or alive because it is considered spiritual in nature. So the actual act of speaking the language is a spiritual act and will help connect you to your ancestors. Eel.
All right. Move on to the next one. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and do it again just to make sure it does it right. Stop sharing. Who? Oh, yeah, I'll see if I can do that. Participants. There it is, right there. Okay. Share screen. Here. So animacy and inanimacy. Make sure to get back on the Zoom. All right.
Animacy and inanimacy. The world is broken up into animate or inanimate in Potawatomi. Basically, this means things are either alive or not alive. So a table is not alive, but a tree is alive. Some examples of animate items are nene, nene, a man, nene, kwe, kwe, a woman, kwe, mtuk, mtuk, a tree, mtuk, mko, mko, a bear, mko. Some examples of inanimate objects are tazwin, tazwin, a cabinet or a closet, tazwin, msinoxagon, msinoxagon, a picture, msinoxagon, mtuk jeepdabwin, mtuk jeepdabwin, a bench, mtuk jeepdabwin, Gokpanagen, gokpanagen, a basket, gokpanagen. Spiritual things are considered animate, so all of these things are considered animate or alive. Pawagan, pawagan, a pipe, pawagan. Sama, sama, tobacco, sama. Dewagan, dewagan, drum, dewagan. Amquan, amquan, a spoon used in a ceremony, amquan. Kanomigwin, kanomigwin. Things in motion are also considered animate. So a car that is parked would be treated as inanimate, while a moving car is animate. A ball flying through the air would be considered animate, but a ball sitting on the ground would be considered inanimate. Most things in nature are considered animate or alive. With this concept, you really understand what was important to our ancestors and how they saw the earth as sacred. If a tree is treated in the same manner as a person, and likewise a grasshopper treated just like a person, it changes your perspective. Our ancestors saw the earth and all its animals as relations, not better or higher on the food chain, but equals. Often you would hear old people refer to my brother the bear or my sister the river. Animate persons in nature. Jesus, Jesus, the sun, Jesus, Debuk Jesus, Debuk Jesus, the moon, Debuk Jesus, Zebiwis, Zebiwis, a creek, Zebiwis, Mtuk, Mtuk, a tree, Mtuk, Waskon Nado, a flower, Waskon Nado, Jigwak, Jigwak, thunders, Jigwak, Gamoan, Gamoan, rain, Gamoan. And in some communities, rivers and creeks are actually considered inanimate. So it kind of depends sometimes from community to community. Reverence for life. Whenever someone is to take something from the earth, it is traditional to put down some tobacco first. We offer a prayer and thank the spirit of that plant or animal for giving its life so that we can live. Tobacco is how we traditionally pray. We put it down during a storm to ask the thunders to be gentle on us. And if we cross a large body of water, we would also put some tobacco down. Also, if you make a spiritual request of someone, we always offer tobacco first. One elder said that tobacco precedes all things. So how does this affect the usage of the language? When you pluralize a word, it matters if the word is animate or inanimate. For example, mko, mko, bear. Makok, makok, bears. Dopewin, dopewin, table, dopewin. Dopewinin, dopewinin, tables, dopewinin. Also, when we say this or that, it matters if we were talking about something that is living or non-living. Example, noda, these inanimate things. Noda. Goda, these animate people or things. Goda. Even the verb we choose to use depends on whether something is animate or inanimate. Nawab ma, I see him or her. Nawab ma. Nawab dan, I see it. Nawab dan. Wow yeah ya, it is round. Wow yeah ya. Wow yowze. Wow yowze, he or she is round. Wow yowze. Finally, it can be a stylistic device used by some speakers. For example, if you're telling a story where there's a mirror and the mirror comes to life and starts talking, once this happens, it is now treated as animate. Also, you could use it to make a point. For example, something in your own life which you consider sacred, something else not sacred if it's not important to you, the speaker. And that's it for this section.
Okay, do you have any I know that one's a very complex topic to kind of like wrap your head around, especially if it's the first time hearing it. Do we have any questions about animacy and animacy? What about from our Zoom folks? Let's see if we get any. Can we have the slides? Yeah, it's going to be no questions. It's going to be made available to the online students like a day after. So we're gonna send those out and kind of get coordinated on that. But they're already ready. We just gotta see all who's showing up via email, and we'll get those to y'all. Basically everything that we went over in the class, y'all have. Miguel Shelley. All right. If we don't have any questions, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next one is going to be like consonants and vowels, and kind of going over the phonetics and how you speak and say the words we're trying to say. So I go over here.
Consonants.
Okay, start sharing again.
Yeah. One question,
Yes, sir.
what is a consonant?
What is a consonant? Well, a consonant. Uh, that's a good answer. It's I wouldn't stress too much about that, like as far as consonants and vowels, because it's a part of the alphabet. That's like the writing part of it, and we were an oral society, and like the goal for us is to speak it. So like the more you speak it, the more you hear it, the more you use it correctly, because there's multiple writing systems that have dealt with the language, and not all of them are accurate, not all of them are right, but yeah, Izzy had a better answer than me. But yeah. All right.
Consonants and vowels in Potawatomi. First, the consonants. The B or the P sound, depending on where you're at. If you're in the north, they tend to favor that B, that Bama P, or in the south, that P, Pama P. Bama P or Pama P. The J or Ch sound, so Nagoch or Nagoch. Those two are really hard to distinguish between the two. I mean, they sound the same to me. The D or T sound, the D or T, Ngod or Ngot. Ngod or Ngot. The G or K sound, like Geezus or Keezus. Geezus or Keezus. The H sound, like in how or ahow. The N and the M sounds, they tend to be kind of somewhat silent or semi-silent. So it's like Nboggin or Mboggin. You say them, but you hit the next letter louder or harder. Nboggin, Mboggin. The Z or the S sound, the Z or the S, so like Zagich or Sagich. Zagich or Sagich. The J sound or the Sh sound, so Jishibe or Shishibe. Shishibe or Shishibe. The W sound, like Wajanda. Wajanda, here she is cooking. The Y, like Yayino. Yayino, here she is laughing. Yayino. And now the vowels. The vowels are probably the most complicated thing in Potawatomi. We have the A sound, which is ah, as in father, ah. The E with a little mark on it is eh, eh. It's E with like a little diacritical mark. Eh, as in bat, rat, or cat. We're not always real good about always putting these down, but they tend to help students, so when we can, we try to add that diacritical mark, that eh. The O, as in go, or row. The I is always the double E sound, like E, as in read, or need, or bleed. And then the E with nothing on it can be either an or an I sound. As you start to learn more of the language, you'll start to understand when it's more of an or an I. For example, when an E is followed by an N, it's more of an I, like in Sungol. When it's followed by a K, it's more of an like Suxi, deer. You just kind of get used to it. And actually, I've even heard some speakers use an I instead of an so really, either one of those sounds will work. Okay, because the language is being written today using English letters to equate Potawatomi sounds, the sounds are actually closer to an in-between state of the two sounds. You'll find that certain sounds are favored in the north and others in the south. If you sound out a word with either, it makes a little difference. Like I was saying before, if you say, Zagich or Sagich, still understandable. If you say Bamapi, Pamapi, you should still be able to understand what is being said. Letters we do not have in Potawatomi include L, R, F, X, and V. We just simply don't have those sounds. And then some other unique kind of combinations. The G in Potawatomi always sounds like G, as in goat or good. It never sounds like giant. When you say the word giant, it's almost a J sound in English, but it's always G, like goat, good. Que or que, as in quiet. It's kind of a qua, quiet. IW is an interesting sound. The W sounds like an O when it's followed by the I. So the I already sounds like E. It sounds like EO, EO. When you say it real fast, it almost sounds like eel, like an EL, EEL, like eel. But it's like EO, EO. Weoquan, 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 Weoquan. Or Tadiogamuk, Tadiogamuk. But if you just say it by itself, it's like eel, eel, eel. Gua, like Guam. Basically, it's like the same as the qua. WAW sounds like ow, like wow. Egg is wow. Wow yasto is a tornado, so it's an ow. Makes that ow sound. OY sounds like oi, as in toy, boy, joy. The IY, it sounds like A, like ray or bay or say. M and M are often not strong sounds on the front of words, like goat, ko, tuk, tugwab. So again, you're not saying those as loud as you're saying that second consonant. Goat, ko, tuk, tugwab. We also had earlier boggin. And again, like I was saying, the E sounds more like an I when it's followed by an N or an M, like as in sun, sun, a rock, single, a squirrel, msin, firewood, pen, a potato. And then more of an when it's followed by a K. Gijuk, sky or day, tuk, tree, wabuk, tomorrow. Okay, and that's it for consonants and vowels. How? Eel.
Okay. We have one more uh one more video we're going to show. This is actually suggestion of this teacher right here. We probably should have introduced ourselves before we started, but that's usually what you do. But Ojo Jayek Takayamet Dijnakas Gigo and Dodem Bode Wadmi and Dalshi Shibaniak the Ben Douglas.
Bonjour, Ramashi Kano and Desna Cars, Seminole, Oklahoma, and Dodge Pia, or me and down.
Yep. Enough. So if we get time, we're going to try and go over do some introductions with people, but we also have like some other plans. The meaning of Bodewagmi and Nishnabé and a lot of the names that was covered in some of those videos. We're gonna play one more video that kind of covers that, and then we'll move on to the second part of the class. Let's see. I think it's historical. Oh, here we go. Stop sharing. Let's start again. Okay.
Hey, Grandpa, thanks for bringing me to the gym.
Godowi gas.
Miigwech, Misho. Hey, Grandpa, I know what the colors on your medallion mean, but what's the word Nishnawbe?
That's our name for our tribe.
What? I thought we were Potawatomi.
We are, but that's our original name for ourselves. Most tribes have a name they were called and a name they knew themselves by. For example, the Winnebago tribe called themselves the Ho-Chunk. The Navajo tribe called themselves the Dene. We were called the Potawatomi, but knew ourselves as Nishnawbe.
So why don't we go by Nishnawbe today?
A lot of folks, when they introduce themselves, say Nishnabendao, Bodewadmindao. Today, Nishnawbe is also used for Native American, because lots of groups call themselves Nishnawbe or Anishinaabe, like the Ojibwa and Odawa people.
So what's Potawatomi mean?
A lot of folks think it means different things. Some say people of good intentions, people of the place of the fire, ones who took care of the fire.
What do you think it means?
Let's go and break the word apart on a dry erase board. Some elders told me once they believe it used to be Bodwewadmi. Bodwe is the verb to start a fire. Wad or wat is they. Me or ni indicates a people or a group.
Cool, campfires. I love s'mores.
They say there's a fire within each of us. Just like this fire, we have to care and tend it, respect it. That fire inside of us is the same way we have to treat our bodies right and respect them by not putting chemicals and drugs in them.
Grandpa, wait up. I'm sorry. I was being silly.
It's okay to tease and be funny, Nui, but I take our ways very seriously, as do most traditional people. When you joke too much, it makes a mockery of my beliefs.
I'm real sorry, Grandpa. So how's that word Nishnawbe break apart?
If we go back to its root, Anishinaabe, which comes from Ojibwa, Ani, why, Nis, downward, Nabe, mankind, it asks the question, why place man down, or what is man's purpose?
But Grandpa, you spelled it wrong.
I know we spelled it a little differently than on the seal, Nui. On the seal we spell it with an I, because we want to make it easy for folks to pronounce.
So back to man's purpose. So like, what kind of job we're going to have? I'm going to the NBA.
It's deeper than that. The Creator put each of us on the earth with a certain role or a certain task to do. Sometimes people fight the will of the Creator. I think sometimes folks who end up in prison or in trouble, it's because they're fighting against their true purpose. Some might also say it's because of their belly button.
Wait, what are you talking about, Grandpa? Did you take your medication today or take too much? You're misspelling words and talking about people talking to their belly buttons.
No, when a child is born, we keep a little bit of their umbilical cord and sometimes put it in a bag that hangs over the child's crib. Then after a year or so, some folks wait till the kid is older. We bury that piece of the umbilical cord somewhere we want the child drawn to. They say those kids who are out causing mischief are looking for their lost umbilical cord.
That's ridiculous, Grandpa.
Is it?
Well, where did mine end up? In the fast food dumpster? I sure like greasy foods.
No, I buried it in my yard.
What?
Yep.
Okay, Grandpa. That's enough of your voodoo talk today.
He'll get there. It's a hard journey to unlearn all this stuff about the dominant society.
All right, Miigwech, Misho, and Nui for that awesome video. Let's go ahead and move on to the second part of our class with the survival phrases. Let's see, that pulled up real quick, and we're just gonna say them, and then y'all are gonna repeat them after us. Let's see, names. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a. I can just do new share. All right, can everybody see this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Debbie. All right. there's about 40 of these, and so it's definitely a lot to go over. And we're gonna revisit these on Thursday. That's kind of the plan that we have, is to kind of introduce a topic at the beginning of the week and then revisit that, and then see if y'all have worked on it, or see if y'all have retained it or remember it, and then how much we maybe what we can do different, that way people are retaining, and what techniques we kind of need to do. So let's go ahead and start. Mina Cadone, say it again. Mina Cadone, say it again. Let's say it, let's a little bit louder. Mina Cadone, Mina Cadone, say it again. Winnet. Nija da Kedyen E. Nija da Kedyen E. How do you say that? So maybe when you're trying to figure out a word, Nija da Kedyen E. And you online Zoom folks, y'all can follow along and do this with us as well. Nija da Kedyen E. How do you say that? So if you're having trouble hearing somebody, you say Nochka Jiwin, Nochka Jiwin. Speak louder. Nochka Jiwin. I can't hear you. Nochka Jiwin. Kind of stress that Z, the Z, and the Nochka Jiwin. And then this is everybody's kind of learning, and but this is a response that you can just tell anybody, whenever those questions start coming at you, and it's Nemetsana. I don't know. Nemetsana. I don't know. Nemetsana. If somebody's going too fast, and it's like, hey, you went too fast, I didn't hear you. You tell them to slow down. Noch Badan Gadonin. Noch Badan Gadonin. Noch Badan Gadonin. Here y'all maybe you're having trouble understanding something. Genestatone. And this is a simple question. So it's that name marker for questions. Genestatone, do you understand? Genestatone. Let's see. This next one's kind of long. Cho nestetosine e kedwin. Good, good. Cho nestetosine e kedwin. I don't understand that word. Cho nestetosine e kedwin. That one's kind of a tongue twister. Yeah. Nestetosine e kedwin. Here, or y'all try. I'm not gonna go. Number 7. So 1, 2, 3. Y'all go.
Nestatonin e Kedwin.
Oh, there it is. I heard it. All right, Mina Cadone, say it again. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. So Nishna Bemon. Talk Potawatomi. Talk Indian. Nishna Bemon. Nishna Bemon. Say it with some authority. Nishna Bemon. It's like Kevin Hart. Say it with your chest. And then Gego Chimokman Mokan. Don't speak English. Gego Chimokman Mokan. Mokan. So don't be speaking that English. No. That English-ish. Nishna Bemwen Mutino. Mutino. That last one's kind of like you kind of got to flow into it. Mutino. 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 So Nishna Bemwin Mentino. Only Potawatomi. Only Potawatomi. Nishna Bemwin Mentino. Mentino. Probably need to use the mic. Show. Son. Hey. Hello. Nope. Here, I probably need to turn it on. There it is. Nishna Bemwin Mentino. Nishna Bemwin Mentino. Let's see. Nija Ektomguk. What does it mean? 11. Yep. So what does it mean? Nija Ektomguk. Nija Ektomguk. Guk. Eh. When that. Nija Ektomguk. Nija Oda Ejnakadik. What is this called? Ejnakadik. What is this called? I heard it. Here, y'all want to say it again one more time all together. I'm gonna count it down. So like 1, 2, 3, go.
These are old.
Ejnakadik. Nija Oda Ejnakadik. All right, now we're all gonna do it together. All right, I'm gonna do it at the same time. I'm gonna count down. All right, 1, 2, 3. Nija Oda Ejnakadik. Winnett. Okay, what is this called? All right, number 13. This one's a little bit longer. Nija Da Jinkadaman Oda. Oh, we're missing a word. It's supposed to be guabagas. So what would you call this? Basically, is that question? I'm just gonna ignore the cup. Yeah, don't worry about the cup. Yeah, it'd be guabagas on the cup, but Nija Da Jinkadaman Oda. What would you call this? It's just another question. Nija Da Jinkadaman Oda. Let's do it all together again. All right, I'm gonna count down. 1, 2, 3. Nija Da Jinkadaman Oda. Winnett. And then this other one's kind of funny. It's like when you don't understand something. But yeah, people made a lot of memes. Wah. It's like wah. Like what? Like wah. But I don't know. That one kind of makes me laugh. But next one is Nija Ga Kidot. What did he or she say? 15. All right, I'm gonna count y'all down. 1, 2, 3, go. Winnett, that was perfect. See, this next one has a negative in it, because it's got the cho and the c. So cho ngekendesin. Cho ngekendesin. So there's a G and a K. I don't know it. Cho ngekendesin. All right, I'm gonna count y'all down. I'm pretty sure y'all got it. So once more all together. 1, 2, 3. I heard it. All right. This next one's kind of Nishok Meshan. Help me. Nishok Meshan. Help me, Mama goes on. Nishok Meshem. So that could be like a prayer. Yeah. One more time. Let's do it all together. 1, 2, 3. Nishok Meshem. There it is. So even though there's no concept of time in the language, this one's kind of relating to that. Yeah, there it is. Oh, what time is it? Nijetso Debuganac. Nijetso Debuganac. So what time is it? Nijetso Debuganac. It's like 6:51. So I know everybody's kind of eating snacks, but Gebuktane, are you hungry? Gebuktane? That was an easy one. And then here's the answer to that, or an answer to that. Mbukte. Yes, I'm hungry. So, all right, let's do it all together. 1, 2, 3. Mbukte. There it is. And then this one's another version of the question, conjugated. It's Gebuktamne. Are you all hungry? Gebuktamne. You just added an M from number 19 to 21. Gebuktamne. Are you all hungry? It's another question. Ni pija ejiayin. Where are you going? Ni pija ejiayin. All right, y'all go without me. 1, 2, 3. Juanette. Zoom in on the Word doc. Yeah, I can do that. Here. Let's see. Where? Let's see.
Lisa Zechke. Zechke. What are you doing? I don't know. Namik chewing. There's the answer right there. Namik chewing.
Namik Chui.
I'm working.
Namik Chui.
Here's a good one. Mano Wabin.
Manoa.
Good morning. Here's another good one. Gadojitane.
Dojitane.
Gadojitane.
Dojitane.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Sound like a game.
Dojita. Dojita.
Dojita.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Gado mesne.
Don't mess me.
Gado mesne. Are you busy? Hey, gado mes. That'll be yes, I'm busy. Or Spaghetti dog mess. Spaghetti dog mess. I'm a little busy. Vegan. Vegan. Come in. We can say, be out, vegan. Come in. Vegan. Nijana. Nijana. Matt. Zoe. Anwe Shishana. Anwe Shishana. I'm well. Or you could Indognaga. Indognaga. I'm sick. Motion. Emotion. Emotiony. Let's see the other. Emotiony. Hand me that. Someone has something that belongs to you. Emotiony. Miigwech. 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 Oh,
There it is.
this will be for welcome as well. Oh, okay. Bamamina. Bamamina. Later again, see what, or nuggets, another way, nuggets. There's a long one. Nijaga Zetske and Nago. Nijaga Zetske and Nago. Oh, go in. What did you do yesterday? Chogado. Nothing. Chogado. Nijawa Zetske and Wabak. Nijawa Zetske and Wabak. What are you doing tomorrow? Last but not least, Ginovich. Ginovich. Maybe, perhaps. Oh,
Dowigism.
oh, we.
All right.
Long ago, we.
So these we kind of gave y'all a handout that has the answers on them already, and then there's also another handout that doesn't have the answers. So like it's going to be like a way that y'all can kind of like drill y'all's memory on these, and a lot of these kind of like can work consecutively with each other. Like when we were saying like Mina Kadone or say it again, Noj Kajiwin, talk louder. So a lot of these are just like common phrases and things you can kind of say every day. So we're gonna revisit this on Thursday, but we're gonna go ahead and do break up and do skits now, and y'all can kind of pair up. It's like person one and person two.
Pick two people.
Yeah, pick two people, whoever's going to be your partner, and I'm going to go ahead and share the. I'm going to share the screen, however that way the Zoom folks can see it, and then all of this will be available for y'all tomorrow at a later day. That way y'all have it, so y'all aren't missing out on anything. Let's see. Go ahead. Conversations. So. Uh-huh.
I could be on someone's too.
4 and 4.
The next one.
The however y'all want to do it. 1 and 2, because there's 2 people on the skit. So, has everybody got a partner? Yeah, that works out. Yeah, I can call out like 1 and 2, like whenever y'all want to go. Well, we probably need to like let everybody kind of like speak, unless they want to like. So we'll give y'all some time to kind of go over it, and y'all can read it back and forth, and we'll walk around and see how it sounds.
And correct us.
Has everybody got a partner?
Who wants to go first?
First one.
These groups.
Where's you're open. Oh, right. Here, you want us to show them, and then yeah, then we'll go one at a time. Yeah, sure. Let's go first. Let's show them, and then we'll do that. Okay. Give them a little. Yeah, give a little practice time. Here, kind of have it zoomed in. Sorry, guys. That way y'all can see the whole thing. Okay, what is going on here? I don't know why I did that. It just Oh, there we go. I think I have to scroll. Dang. Probably too much. Let's see, chat.
Okay, which one am I? I was the one who's in the. Answer them and dog and. True.
So for you online folks, I'm just gonna have to scroll because when I have it in full view, I guess y'all can't really see it. But y'all will definitely have this document available when we get it to y'all. And then we'll get to where we can just drop documents in the chat and then y'all can kind of download it on whether y'all are using it on a computer or phone. Hey, I forgot to make breakout rooms. That's my bad. We can try and do that. I might have to walk out so I could like hear each breakout room. But let's see, Zoom and then participants. More, let's see, breakout rooms. Okay. Assign. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Let's see. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then assign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, 6. Open all rooms. Okay, so I kind of created some breakout rooms. If y'all want to take turns on the skit. There's a lot of people. It's going to be a lot smoother whenever y'all get the document and then y'all can download the document. But right now we can't do that. And we're still kind of working out a lot of the kinks and stuff like that. This is our first class. So I guess what I can do is I can kind of scroll. can, so I guess, can y'all see that section? Like all the way to where it says, okay, you're welcome? Yeah, because I think that's like 2 pages. So I can kind of leave it right here, and then like, if y'all kind of let me know when to scroll, I can just kind of move it down.
Creighton, don't know if anybody's told you, but the link, but like you don't, the screen doesn't share, so there's no thing for us to read when we.
Okay, here, I'll fix that. Hold on. Stop sharing. And then share screen, and then what?
Like it doesn't follow